10. Today we're going to continue our expansion of polynomials. Expansion meaning multiplying them out. So here my first question says a rectangle with a length of 5x plus 2 and a width of x squared plus 2x plus 1 centimeters. We have this rectangle, we want to find the area. Okay? Well, how do I do that? I go length times width. Now that means we multiply this binomial by this trinomial. This can be complicated, but it's not that bad. First method we're going to use is the diagram. Okay? Second method will be distributive properties. So let's start off with the diagram. We're multiplying these together. So I have 5x and I have plus 2. Then here I'm going to have x squared plus 2x and then plus 1. So I go 5x multiplied by x squared is going to end up giving me 5x cubed. Then I have 5x multiplied by 2x will give me 10x squared. And this times this is 5x. Now, look at that. We did once again this 5x multiplied by all 3. And now I have to do this 2 multiplied by all 3. So I'm going to get 2x squared. This times that will give me 4x. And then I'm going to have to go this multiplied by that, which will give me 2. Now we want to combine all of this stuff here in the middle together. Okay, so everything that's in this middle here will be together. So I have 5x cubed plus 10x squared plus 5x plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. Add this all together. I have 5x cubed, 10x squared, and 2x squared gives me plus 12x squared. Then I have 5x and 4x gives me plus 9x. And then I have plus 2. I just cancel them off because it's an easy way of organizing through. Alright, now let's try and do this through distributive property. Same idea. What did I do? I had to do 5x multiplied by all 3. So here, 5x multiplied by all 3. So I go 5x multiplied by x squared will give me 5x cubed, right? So multiplied by that. Then I have to go 5x multiplied by 2x, which will give me plus 10x squared. Then I have to go 5x multiplied by 1, which will give me plus 5x. Now I want to go the 2 multiplied by x squared, which is going to give me plus 2x squared. And then we have to go that way, which will give me, 2 times 4, which is plus 4x. And then I'm going to go 2 times 1, which will give me plus 2. Now I combine everything together. I have x cubed, only one x cubed, so 5x cubed. Then I go 10x squared plus 12x squared. 5x, 4x, plus 9x. And then we're left with plus 2. And that is my answer. Look, we ended up getting the same answers. Okay, so let's try this next expansion. We want to expand another one, okay? Well, I have to go this, multiply by all of those. So I'm going to use the distributive law for this one, because it's just a little bit faster, so we don't have to draw that table. So I have x squared multiplied by 2x cubed, which will give me 2x to the power of 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, then I have to go x squared multiplied by x, which will give me plus x to the power of 3. Then I have to go x squared multiplied by 5, which will give me negative 5x squared. Okay, now I have to do the negative 4. Negative 4 multiplied by 2x cubed will give me negative 8x to the power of 3. Then I go negative 4 multiplied by x will give me negative 4x. And then negative 4 multiplied by negative 5 is plus 20. Okay? So now, let's combine all of my like terms. I have 2x to the 5, only one of those. So 2x to the power of 5. Okay? That's 5. Then I have x cubed and another x cubed. So positive 1x cubed minus 8x cubed gives me negative 7x cubed. Alright? Now I want to go x to the power of, I have right here, negative 5x squared. Those are done. And that's it. So minus 5x squared. Now let's look at this here. We have 4x minus 4x and then plus 20. And that is my solution. Now let's look at b. Here, we want to multiply this 2y by y, 2y squared by y. So this has to be multiplied by both of these. This guy here has to be multiplied by both of these. And this guy here must be multiplied by both of those. So let's multiply it out. First, 2y squared multiplied by y gives me 2y cubed. Then I'm going to have to go 2y squared, right, multiplied by negative 6, which will give me negative 12y squared. Now I want to go to 3. So negative 3y multiplied by y is going to end up giving me negative 3y squared. Then negative 3y multiplied by negative 6 gives me negative 18y. Now I must do my 7. Negative 7, oh, that's a negative negative, so that's positive 18y. Negative 7 multiplied by y is going to give me negative 7y. And then I have to go negative 7 multiplied by 6 is plus 42. Okay, so now we're going to combine all my like terms. So start with the cubes. I have 2y cubed. Okay, now squares, negative 15y squares. Now let's look at my y's. I have plus 11y and then plus 42, and there is my answer. All right, now let's look at this expansion and simplification. This one here is a tricky one. A lot of work to be done in this one. So first, I am going to just multiply these in. So I'm going to look at this guy here first, and this guy here. Okay? And then I'm just multiply this by 4. All right, so I have 4, and we want to go a multiplied by, this has to be going into all 3 of these, right? So a multiplied by a squared is a to the power of 3. Then I'm going to go a multiplied by negative 3a is minus 3a squared. Then I have to go a multiplied by negative 6 is going to give me negative 6a. Now we have to go with the negative 4. Okay, so the a is done. Negative 4 multiplied by a squared is negative 4a squared. Negative 4 multiplied by negative 3a gives me plus 12a. And then I have to go negative 4 multiplied by negative 6 is plus 36. Or not 36, plus 24. I don't know what I was thinking there. Plus 24. All right? Now, we want to subtract this one here. Well, we have to multiply and expand this side now. So I go 4a multiplied by 4a. This is easy. Look at this. This is the same as this. This is the same as this, and there's just a difference. So that's going to be, remember from last time, 16a squared minus 9. There we go. Okay. There's a little shortcut for that one. So let's look at this all together. Simplify both. So I'm going to have 4 multiplied by a to the power of 3. That's minus 3. Then I have negative 3a squared, 4, 6a, 12. All right, because one's negative positive. And then I'm going to be left with plus 24. Now I want to minus, so it's like negative 1 multiplied by all of these. So that's, but this has been multiplied in by 4 first. So this is going to be like minus 16a squared plus 9, right? Because negative 1 multiplied into all of those. So now let's multiply in this 4 for this side. So I have 4 must be multiplied into each term. So I'm going to have 4a cubed minus 28a squared plus 24a plus 8096. Oops. Okay, plus 96. Then we're going to subtract 16a squared, and we have to add 9. Okay, so what does that give me? So what does this give me? Combine all this together now. I have 4a cubed, 28a squared, and 16a squared will give me negative 44a squared, and then 24a, and 96 plus that will give me plus 105. All right, and that is it. Okay, it's very tedious. It's not difficult, it just takes a long time to do. It's tedious and long. Okay, now let's consider this regular rectangular prism shown. Write an expression for the volume. Well, volume is equal to base times height times width or depth. Okay, So in this case, I have to go, volume is equal to x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 5. All right? Now it wants us to expand and simplify the expression. So first I'm going to multiply this, then I'm multiplying that. Okay, so volume is equal to, well, I have to go x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 2. So I have x squared. Then I want to go x multiplied by that, which is going to be plus 2x. Then I have to go to 1 plus x, and then this and that will give me plus 2. And all of this is going to be multiplied by x plus 5. Okay? So I continue this, I'm going to end up getting x squared plus 3x plus 2, and multiplied by x plus 5. Alright? So let's multiply in the x plus 5. So I'm going to get x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 5x squared plus 15x plus 10. I just did that one quickly here because we've done a lot of multiplying by now. Okay, so now we combine all like terms. I did x times x squared, then multiply by that, then multiply by that. Then I did the 5 multiplied by this, multiplied by this, multiplied by that. So we combine like terms, I'm going to get x cubed, and here we're going to get plus 8x squared, and then we're going to get plus 17x plus 10. Alright? And there we go. Now, here are our last expansions. Finally, almost done. Okay. So, here it wants us to first simplify and expand the first one. So we go x multiplied by x. But some of you might have noticed a shortcut right now. We just go this plus this, and then we go this multiplied by this, and this multiplied by this. So I get x squared minus x, or plus x minus 12. Okay? Now, I want to multiply this by, I'm going to multiply all this by 2x subtract 1. Okay? Now this is the new part. So I have to go 2x multiplied by 2x squared, which is going to give me 2x to the power of 3, and 2x multiplied by x plus 2x squared, and then we have minus 24x. Now I have to multiply all this by negative 1. So that gives me negative x squared, negative x, plus 12. Now combine all my like terms. I only have 1, 2x cubed. And then I have 2x squared, and whatever, minus x squared, which will give me plus x squared. And then I have 24x minus x, which is minus 25x. And then I'm going to have plus 12. Now, I look at this next one here. Everything's the same. Now, if you remember from before, 4 times 3 is 12. Isn't 3 times 4 12? Yes. So these should have the same answers, because this is the same as this is the same as this is the same as that. Let's see if it's true. Okay, so we have 2x minus 1. Oh, let's just start multiplying it out here. We have 2x multiplied by x, which gives me 2x squared. Then I'm going to go 2x multiplied by negative 3, which will give me negative 6x. Then 1 times x will give me negative x plus 3. Just multiply that 1 into both. Okay? And we multiply this by x plus 4. Simplify this, I'm going to be left with 2x squared minus 7x plus 3, and all multiplied by x plus 4. Okay? Now, let's take a look at this. I'm going to have 2x multiplied by that, which is 2x to the power of 3. And then we're going to have minus 7x squared minus 3, or plus 3x. And then we have to go multiply all this by 4. Plus 8x squared minus 28x, and then plus 12. Okay? Now I combine all these here, I'm going to get 2x cubed. Right, that's done. Now we have minus 7x, and 8x gives me plus x squared, and then I only have 3x and that, which will give me minus 25x, and then plus 12. So we end up getting the exact same answers. Now that was a lot of expansion.
Woohoo! Look at that blubber fly!
Alright, see you tomorrow as we work on this together as a